It seems year after year there is an increase of professing Christians on social media and other places I read and hear things, rebuking other Christians for celebrating Christmas. Matter of fact, I don't know how many times I've seen it this year already. Christmas is pagan. Let me make something clear. Christmas, in and of itself, is not pagan at all. Christmas is the celebration of the incarnation of Jesus Christ. There is nothing pagan about that. It's the celebration of His birth. There's nothing pagan about celebrating this truth, this historic event that was necessary for saving sinners. That's why we do it. In that sense, Christmas, it's impossible for Christmas to be pagan. But if by pagan, they're referring to lights, trees, special music, gifts, and some of the other traditions that we enjoy and celebrate that came from the Roman holiday Saturnalia, maybe some of the things that we appreciate today did originate in a pagan culture. If you don't know what Saturnalia was, it was a pagan observance, a Roman pagan observance of the birthday of an unconquered sun god. It was a week of constant feasting, singing of special music, parades, lighting candles, and yes, even trees. And given the fact that everything during that time was dominated by Roman culture for such a long time, when Constantine made the birth of Christ an official Roman holiday, some of this stuff was sort of married together. Some of the stuff became Christmas tradition. People have a problem with that. And that's okay if you don't like that. If that goes against your conscience, then don't participate in them. If those things do not bother you, as they do not bother me, and your conscience is clear, then by all means enjoy them to the glory of God. We need to remind ourselves of what Paul says. Some esteem one day holier than the others, while some esteem all days alike. So whether you're setting aside a special day or abstaining from a special day, do it to the honor and glory of God. Some will ask me then, well, Pastor, if you know that, the history of some of these things, then why does it not bother you that some of our Christmas traditions originated in a pagan culture? It's very simple. Because it demonstrates the power of the gospel and God's common grace. This is what happened. Christians saw the lights, saw the trees, saw a season of special music, parades, other celebrations going on. They saw people using these beautiful things to give glory to a fake God. Christians came along and said, hey, the gospel is far powerful. We have the truth. We're going to take those things and we're going to use them to glorify the one true God. That's what has happened. It's just sad to see they're all doing all these things to worship false gods. We're going to use it to worship the one true God. Now, when people see Christmas lights, trees, hear the song, O Holy Night, and joy to the world, they aren't thinking about a 4th century Roman pagan tradition, are they? God has used it for His own glory. What men mean for evil, God can mean for good. When people hear those songs and see these, they're thinking about the birth of Jesus Christ. Whether they're a believer or not. Again, we're talking about common grace here. Whether they're a believer or not, when they walk through stores this time of year, they're going to hear songs about the incarnation of Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're going to hear silly things too, like Frosty the Snowman and Jingle Bells. But if they stay in that store long enough, they're going to hear Joy to the World. They're going to hear, O Holy Night. And to that I say amen.